Games are a beautiful experience of the modern age. It can help us relax as well as challenge ourselves and grow as people. But even so, it has to be balanced with the rest of our lives. And even so, it has its toxic sides. A while ago, a user from the subreddit of The Last of Us 2 had allegedly faked getting death threats from a YouTube channel called Girlfriend Reviews. So what happened? How do you respond to a death threat? And what does psychology or sociology have to say about this? Originally, I wanted to summarize what happened, but honestly I'm tired and this topic is dense, so I can't talk about it with the same quality as its creators. But in short, a Redditor had allegedly faked getting death threats and framed the Girlfriend Reviews channel, which sparked a lot of debates and fighting. On one hand, the moderators of the subreddit are defending their users as they have a rule that allows hate speech as it's under free speech. If the free speech is defamation, however, then it's maybe the same, because defamation is tricky to deal with and they aren't equipped with the law to handle it. While on the other hand, we have the classic content creators trying to reduce the damage to their brands, not take things personally, stop the work they were doing and defend themselves. Go watch the original video, I'll leave its title and link in the description below. What impressed me was seeing them go detective and defending their framed case. What I want to talk about, however, are the actions of the user, the moderator and the YouTube channel, to try and understand how this bomb could have been avoided. To bully, be it cyberbullying or in real life, is generally a symptom of repressed negative feelings. And with our generation having memes like this,
I have crippling depression.
The subreddit of The Last of Us Part 2 is quite disappointed because it's different from the first game and they don't like the way it goes. They probably display that as a part of their identity. Now, this seems harmless as there's nothing that's gonna happen, but here's what happened. People interpreted this as a place to vent their anger about their collapsed expectations and can use that as an excuse to hate who they want to. Rules are complicated, especially on social media, and so we have moderators to prevent things from happening. I remember when I first used Reddit that I got multiple posts taken down and got confused and complained, but that only got me banned. Eventually I wanted to understand what was I missing, so I found a Reddit where you can talk to the moderators. All I needed was one person online with some communication experience to help me. He told me that some of my work can be misunderstood due to the context of the community and that I can sharpen my communication better. It's been half a year since then and thankfully nothing similar happened. The reason I'm telling you this is because it's important for moderators to act out the rules written in a sub in a clear manner. But when the moderators aren't strict, people naturally start to test them and see what they can get away with. As a moderator, if you don't put down your foot first, it'll be harder to, and you'll have people calling you a hypocrite and lots of people piling on you. This post that started everything boils down to, I don't like vanilla, but because you like vanilla and you say multiple times as part of your brand, I'm offended and now I'll intentionally spread wrong information about you. When you get bullied, you usually have three options: ignoring the bully as if they don't exist, freezing up and wait for them to go away, or stand up for yourself. One of the ways you can stand up for yourself is by replying with sarcasm and calling the bully out and walk away, which is what the Girlfriend Reviews channel did. But things online are a bit different. On the internet, strength isn't by logic or information, but by numbers. It doesn't matter how correct or wrong you are, but if you call out only two people from an entire group that's known for the same actions, especially that group doesn't like you, that's something I wouldn't do if I was you. It's safe to expect that the entire group will try to support them and bounce back at you. I'm sure from the YouTuber's perspective it's a bit of safety, but the subreddit took it as a challenge to prove their presence and opinion on the matter. Here we have the Pygmalion effect, is when you start finding reasons to support your argument in a biased way. Now, it isn't about how bad she is because she doesn't agree with us, but about how bad she is because she sent a death threat, and that's a fact and we all believe that. Again, this is just my personal opinion, nothing more or less. Yes, I have some psychological and sociological background, and yes, I'll mention them down below, but no, I'm not a professional. I'm a student sharing this case study. I'm not a fan of Girlfriend Reviews personally, but what I am a fan of is curiosity, learning more and standing up for yourself. I don't believe in deleting accounts in this situation because these people and even moderators can't be held accountable for their fans' actions to the same degree that Girlfriend Reviews is being held accountable from a random screenshot from a random Redditor. Let me remind you that having bad reputation as a big channel in the media industry is kind of a death threat on its own. These people serve the public, and when you tell the public that these people are doing bad things, it's similar to going to your boss and giving them a list of all the bad things your colleagues did this month. At least your colleague can get work somewhere else if he is lucky, but when you serve the public, you don't have such options. Boom, Twitch gone, YouTube gone, Twitter gone. More recently, as the boyfriend reviews was contacting the Redditor moderator to minimize the damage, and that moderator gave a message on the situation. What sparked my interest were these two things in the message. Firstly, we had no reason to doubt the original poster since we were harassed by passionate fans of this game. I think this explains two biases. The first, viewer bias, which if you're first to hear about something from an angle, you're more likely to believe it. And the second bias is that this sentence is the result of normalizing an opinion to it being a fact. Let me make this clear. When someone is harassing you, you generally ignore them as they are being extra passionate about their opinion. You can say that they are too stuck up their own head. But when you yourself are taking your own opinion as a well-known fact and support those who badmouth the other side, you're directly enabling harassers on your side. In short, by seeing yourself more correct than someone else, you allow yourself and others to justify behaviors like harassment. Also, if you did something and you got a death threat, why would you spread that out in the same place and do the same thing? The only reason I can think of is that you'll do it as a way of saying, see, I was right all along and they are as toxic and as annoying as I said. This is a situation where no one can win. In this part, maybe the boyfriend was expecting the moderator to clear the air with zero subjectivity, but because these mods are also part of their subreddit with similar opinions, they can do 180 and support someone else at the cost of their expense. Yes, the girlfriend reviews did suffer, but that doesn't mean the mods didn't have trouble. Sure, it's different degrees of damage, but damage is still damage, and in the end, that message will be put on the subreddit of this game, so it has to be in a style that subreddit accepts and is used to. In the end, I think this all comes down to a matter of standard and priorities. If your standards aren't based on a religion or manners you were raised on and there's no consequences for you to bear through moderators, someone else will be forced to bear the effect of your work. On the subreddit, it says that ridicule and satire are covered by free speech, but at a certain point, this isn't about an opinion that is harmless, but a group of people who are taking pride to the point of publicly hating someone as a joke. This channel talked about many other games, but all you needed was just one opinion to turn against her. So what does this say about you? Hey, thanks for watching. I don't usually make videos like this, nor do I want this video to be seen in this side or that side. I just wanted to understand how this is all happening and what I can learn from it. The type of videos I usually do are about me reviewing games in a fresh way with some funny skits here and there, while raising awareness of a certain theme. Right now I'm trying to focus on the consistency. So if you want to help me on my journey, simply like and subscribe. If you don't, I'll steal your cat, and if you don't have a cat, I'll give you a cat as a gift, and after you develop an attachment, I'll still steal the cat. Thank you, and I'll see you.